quick little update for those of you following this channel for Fallout 2 modding news. Alex Batalov, who was reverse engineering Fallout 1 and 2, has had his projects publicly archived on Github. The current rumors, because there is a little bit more to this, are that GitHub blocked without reason Alex Batalov's account and archived all the repositories, including Fallout 2 CE and Fallout 1 CE. The CE reverse engineering ones are Fallout for modern operating systems and Fallout 2 for modern operating systems. These are basically re-engineered for use in Android. This does not look like DMCA termination. It doesn't appear to be. Usually in DMCA case, claims repositories become unavailable at all, not just archived. And this guy doesn't see the same issues with other Fallout projects on GitHub. And he asked Alex, and Alex Batalov did not archive the repositories himself, and he didn't terminate the project himself either. Lex came back with apparently this reason are sanctions against some Russian companies, and he works for one of them. That is Lex's opinion, because Alexander Batalov actually responded on a Reddit forum here. And he doesn't seem to think that. He doesn't know why at this point. He says, hey guys, my GitHub account is suspended. When this happens, all public repositories are automatically archived. So his GitHub account is suspended. I'm trying to figure out the reason with GitHub support team. It will take a while, a couple of weeks to a couple of months, depending on GitHub response. For now, consider the situation as a forced leave of absence. That is the big response he has. There is also one other response to Viclaw here. Hey Alex, how's it going? Any updates on the situation with the GitHub? Have put your project on hold for now until the situation will be solved, or are you still working on the project, but just not posting it anywhere or posting new versions anywhere else? Provide links for all of this if he's interested. If we continue this thread, we can see that Alexander Batalov actually has responded here. The previous one was a month ago. The most recent response is 9 days ago. Unfortunately, there is still no response from GitHub. Looks like recent layoffs affected their capability to handle support tickets in a timely manner. The good news is that it's definitely not a DMCA takedown, which is good to hear. At this time, my option is to wait a little bit more for someone at GitHub to review the appeal. Fallout was on hold during March. This time was invested in Arcanum. I'm not a huge fan of the game. I just want to know what has the Fallout engine evolved into. Arcanum wasn't a direct evolution from the Fallout engine. It was its own engine, as I understand it. There is actually a quote from Tim Kaine where he says that the Interplay guys came in and looked at their source code and determined that it wasn't actually directly from the original Fallout engine.
I would just like to point out, though, we did not take the source code, any source code from Interplay when we left. Yeah.
Actually, we let them look through Arcanum. Arcanum had a all new.
And we owned
code.
Arcanum. We owned the engine from Arcanum.
Yeah, we use the Arcanum engine for Temple. Actually, we try recompiling Temple. That dog just rocks.
I can only assume that he means that he was wondering what Tim Kaine had made after the Fallout engine, and what he had learned and what he'd made better about it. Obviously, Alexander Batalov's reverse engineering is probably so that he learns how to make a game engine in much the same way that Tim Kaine did. Which is a pretty cool idea. Unfortunately, that is the last response that we have here on this forum. So hopefully we'll get a response within the next couple of weeks. But for the time being, these two projects, reverse engineering Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, have been archived and are not being worked on anymore until we hope GitHub decides to actually respond and gives him the approval to work on them again. For now, though, they are publicly archived. Maybe branch off on them if you are interested, and that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend out there, and I hope things go better for the Fallout 2 modding community. On the plus side, the anime forums are back. They were get down for several weeks, but they're back now with, I think, some improvements. Guys, have a nice weekend out there.